Greetings Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any of these aspects in Vedic sidereal. So the runes that I had come out for you guys were Laguz and Isa. Isa is all about the primal ice. This is the primal matter. So you have a lot of wateriness for you guys, Taurus. Taurus can be pretty stubborn, but I'm feeling like a lot of my Tauruses are really tapping into a sentimental space. They're going into like an incubation period. This is about ice cold stagnation, primal steam, reception, meditation. So meditation's gonna be really powerful for my Tauruses this month. This is about having a spiritual coldness that is being brought to the surface, and it's like you can't avoid it anymore. It's here. You need to confront it, Taurus. This is all about true relaxation. This can be paralysis and isolation. This is ice only appears to stop a river's flow, but it actually is still a river beneath the ice. This is all about concentration and static passivity. This is about the ego self, focusing, self-identity, a contraction, self-preservation, realizing harsh realities, having more self-control, being self-centered but in a good space, self-centered in a way where you are grounding and you're centering into your center. So self-centeredness is that you're actually coming back to your center and you're contracting and pulling things into you. This can also be a lack of change, having blindness towards a situation. This can be holding on to unwanted dynamic forces, and this can also be self-defense. This is focusing your will onto a single-minded action, freezing something beautiful, nothing as slow or as treacherous in life as a glacier. So glaciers are, nothing is slower, nothing is as treacherous as a glacier. So ice moves slowly. This is understanding that you may see just like a little peak of the iceberg above the ocean, but underneath like 90% of the iceberg is actually beneath the water, what you can't see. This is all about controlling and quieting your emotional distress. So some of my Tauruses are definitely emotionally distressed or going through some emotional distress. This is slowing the fire to solidify the fire. This is all about control, maturing your ego through a deeper balance of your body, mind, and spirit. This is about resting before taking action. This is a period of self-awareness and of being immobile. Preservation. This is not the end. This warns you to not get trapped in any routine, Taurus. This is important for you to just sit and be. So spending time, especially during this Mercury retrograde, to just sit and be with yourself, be with what is, be without trying to act, having full patience, knowledge, and confidence. This is about this simple purity of ice. This invites determination and reapproval of the self. This is also a time for you to reaffirm your goals in life. Go inside the incubator. This is all about the alder tree, a cat's eye. The symbol is of the moon, and we see, the moon is out while everyone else is asleep, but the moon sheds light on things that have been staying in the dark, Taurus. This is all about feminine contemplation, receiving a new hope, allowing creative forces to come in. This is all about self-mastery and correcting a nervous and impatient temperament. This is all about calming any frenzy or wasted energy, storing the energy within for ritual, and then using that energy later. Potency strengthens willpower and concentration. This is storing your energy for more potency and concentration and willpower later. This is choosing a specific purpose over having just waves and ripples of thoughts coming through to you and then like grasping at them, but having a intentional, intended, specific purpose and moving towards that. This is about seeds that are sprouting and pulsating underneath the earth that you can't yet see because they have not broke through the dirt. This is about kind of hiding and gathering energy before you really come forth with that energy. So this is a time of really deeply going within, and we see her in that she has like red eyes. So it's like the fire is just like brewing inside of her. So Taurus, like something is brewing inside of you. This is the card number 11, and we do have the symbol of it is just the straight rod. So it's a very direct. Isa is a very direct rune. Not quite positive, not quite negative. It's more the spiritual coldness, the self-awareness, the concentration, allowing yourself to get really clear with yourself. So Taurus, there is a need for you guys to just like cut the crap and really get clear about what is in your heart, what your desires are, what you're wanting to move forward, what your goals are in life, what matters to you, and where you have joy. Because I feel like a lot of my Tauruses just need to really tap into their playful inner child. And then here we have Lagus, the primal water, the primal sea, waves, I swear, like all of the signs are getting this rune this month. It's very interesting. So this is all about the subconscious, force, growth, initiation to your creativity, activating your solar plexus, enhancing your emotionality. This is about suitable timing. Intuition grants you access to your subconscious on a deeper level. This is about a good omen for a relationship. You will ride the upheavals of waves, the ebb and flow of the tide. So if you're in a relationship and it's in a rocky space, you will get through it. It's all about having patience and really diving deep into your emotional awareness and your emotional body so that you can come together with this other person and really find a common ground, Taurus. This is about suffering and emotions that are finding a safe haven. So finding a safe haven for your emotions and your suffering. This is all about mastering your emotions in order to shape your word, which is the orlog, which is the cosmic blueprint that we kind of ripple and we create through life, because every action that we make ripples through time and makes our future for us. So this is about controlling your emotions so that you can actually stop if you realize through ISA that the ripples that you've created for your future are not really what you want. Then this is the time, Taurus, to stop, make a grounded decision, get really clear with your emotions, and allow yourself to really master your emotions. This is about increasing your gusto for life, developing your third eye and your prophetic wisdom. This is all about lucid dreams, so you might want to get a book on lucid dreaming or journal about your dreams in the morning. This is about telepathic communication, understanding that the liquids of the body, water, blood, and spittle, are very psychically charged and they form deeper bonds with people. So understanding that whoever you share these fluids with in this way, you're going to be forming stronger bonds with them, which means sometimes, Taurus, we can actually get emotions that aren't actually our emotions. We're just feeling the other person. So it's like, ask yourself who you've connected with physically, intimately, that you've shared any sort of liquids with, Taurus, and understand that some of the things that you feel and process may not actually be you or yours. You're actually feeling and processing the other person's. This is about giving you protection from physical and psychic intrusion, establishing and enriching all of your projects, establishing a deeper clairvoyance. This is about communication, bridging between the unconscious and conscious mind. Caution and wisdom are key right now. Through willful intent, telepathic communication will only increase with others, so you guys can practice that. This is all about the well and the stream and the land of fish. The well and the stream. So we think of the well. The well is contained and the stream is wild. And yet they both are home for fish. Interesting. This is about the tide of the sea. It mimics the tide of your own heart. This is about the otter and the seal, the willow tree. This is all about travel, quite possibly travel over water or travel near water. This is about good fortune and success, honoring your patience and your wisdom to navigate the ebb and flow of life. All things worth having are worth waiting for and being patient for, Taurus. This is all about understanding that the seed sprouts and it takes time, like think of like a 9-month gestation period. This is asking the universe for a fair wind and understanding she will give you the fair wind, but you must strategically hoist and navigate your own sails. This is about being overly emotional, kind of demanding. So Taurus, you might be emotionally demanding. This does have to do with your kidneys and your bladder. So if you have any repressed anger, then it's really important to express that anger, dance, write, get it out, play an instrument, whatever you need to do so that it doesn't manifest in your kidneys or bladder. Taking cranberry supplements or Demonos or anything like that would be really powerful for you guys, getting on a strong probiotic. Acupuncture is really good for your kidneys as well, just bringing the body back in flow. I feel like personally, Taurus, all of you guys would actually do really well for doing acupuncture, especially with getting these runes during this Mercury retrograde. Every time I get acupuncture, I always lucid dream, and it's so fascinating. It's like my biggest thing is like I want him to take the needles out so that I can get straight to my journal and I can journal all the symbols and all the messages and all the downloads that came through to me while I was getting the acupuncture treatment. And so I started acupuncture a few months ago, and I go regularly, and it's just completely opened me up in a whole new level. It's opened up my psychic gifts in a whole new level, and it's just really created a deep sense of center for myself. Even on the days that my human self is more emotionally all over the place, the acupuncture literally like brings me back into alignment of my center, and I'm able to step out and realize what is the difference between like my emotion and my human self just replaying a tape over and over, just repeating patterns, and then my higher self really stepping in, or my centered self, and being able to kind of observe that and not be too attached. So, but still being able to use that emotion as a creative seed. So this is all about the moon. Pearls is the stone for it, respecting wild energy of nature to receive the bounty from nature. This is all about the feminine, divine timing, not sweeping things under the rug. This is about romance, truth, following your instinct and your heart over mental judgment. So this is all about really feeling your way through this time. Taurus, this is all about the astral plane, the origin of life, the spirit of the ocean, transpersonal powers, passing an evolutionary process and passing a test of your evolutionary process. This is about vital and unconscious expansion, having deeper memory, dream recall, circular motion, and as I said, all about mastering your emotions and mastering your self. So if you're doing that, then straight to your heart. We got some Mac Miller, Skin. Ooh, it's a good song by Mac. We have the Queen of Wands right there at the bottom of the deck, Taurus. Let's see what the tarot. Seven of Swords in reverse is your energy, so you're coming out of something deceptive. Now we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Swords. Okay, right off the bat, 3 Swords energy, Taurus, you are way too mental. No wonder it's telling you that you need to feel and go to your heart, and no wonder you're feeling like Isa, the Ice Queen, because this is like the Swords energy. And it's telling you to soften the ice and let the ice melt into water so that it can create some warmth, so that it can create into earth. Some of my Tauruses are way too hardened up. I definitely stand by the fact that acupuncture would be really good for you guys. Knight of Swords is your subconscious energy. So you're wanting to communicate something, but Knight of Wands in reverse is your crown. So it's like you're not happy about something passionate that's going on, and you're worried up. You're thinking about this. Seven of Swords, you think someone's being dishonest with you. Taurus, where are you being dishonest with yourself? Anytime that we're wondering why or if someone's being deceitful to us, we can really just look into ourselves and just ask ourselves, like, if my needs aren't being met, then why am I even wondering what this person is up to or what's going on over here? Like, if you have a deeper sense of self-worth and self-confidence and self-esteem, then you won't be 9 of Swords, 7 of Swords in reverse, like thinking about this. But you're wanting to bring deceit to light, but you're trying to do it by like staying up late. Some of you guys could be having some insomnia right now, having some nightmares. This is like a longing. There's a feeling of longing. You're longing for something. Knight of Wands in reverse. You're not receiving a passion that you wanted, or there's something that was passionate. There's something passionate from the past that you're stuck on, that you're thinking about. You're wanting to communicate about it, but Knight of Wands in reverse, you're not acting on communicating on it. You're not speaking on something. Taurus, past energy. See, I'm feeling a lot of my Tauruses are just like rationalizing a lot of things right now, rationalizing their emotions. Get into your body, play with some mud. I don't know why, but I'm saying like Taurus, go play in mud. What are these two? The Fool in reverse and Page of Swords. Okay, so you maybe started a new beginning with someone and Knight of Wands in reverse. It's like you tried something and it didn't go well, or you and your partner tried something and it didn't go well, or you're trying to fix something and it just like didn't work, or you're up late thinking about it. It's like some of you guys are making your worth stand on your level of productivity or ability or inability to change something. And it's like your worth is so intrinsic. It goes far beyond what you can and can't produce, Taurus. Your worth is something intrinsic in your heart, and you're up late thinking about this. Fool in reverse can also just be you did something a little too hasty. 2 of Swords, making a decision. The Star in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I like that. And then outcome is the Empress, and I did see the Empress card come out for you guys as I was shuffling, which is your card. So you're coming out on top is your energy here, Taurus. With Page of Swords, someone is spying. You might be spying. With that 7 of Swords in reverse is your energy. With the Knight of Swords, there's like a heavy energy here, Taurus, of someone like really spying on someone, and they're wearing all red and they're coming with this green. It's like they're coming with abundance. This also could be communication of some sort of job endeavor. I know it's not the Page of Pentacles, but we do have Two of Swords, needing to make a decision, needing to make a choice. Now this person has to choose, but they're blindfolding themselves and they don't want to choose. And we do see a bowl down here. Now in the bowl we see kind of like these ships, this water over here. And so it's like the bowl is like the stubborn, grounded energy, but the water is where the emotion gives way. Now the Star in reverse, whoever you're dealing with could just be really withdrawn or really fickle, or they need to heal right now. They could be going deep within and doing their own healing, so they could not be very open. They just want to be left alone. I'm feeling like whoever you're dealing with, and if you're in partnership, or if you're in marriage, it's like right now your partner just wants to be alone, like they're working on themselves. I'm seeing this girl, I don't know why I'm seeing it this way, but I'm seeing her like in a casket and she's floating down a river, and I'm seeing this is like a little like snake, like a little water monster like swimming around her, but she's protected, and there's like this little dove. See like the darker blues around her, so it's like I'm seeing someone is like, I just need to jump in this coffin and like go down the Nile River. I'm seeing someone like going down the Nile River in this casket, in this coffin, and she's pouring her vase into the river. It's like someone is really surrendering to their emotions here, and someone is really surrendering deep into a space deep within. It's like you can't touch this person. I'm seeing like with the Isa, it's like this person is inside here. And, you know, that's not even how this card is. This card is like she's standing up on something, but like I'm seeing this is like someone is laying in a casket and they're like going down the Nile River, and they're like incubating themselves, and they're really shutting themselves off to any. So there's like a big not working together. This is a strong time of I need to be alone. Two of Swords, I don't want to make a decision, but I need to make a decision. And then, you know, the Empress, all abundance and everything as your outcome here. Five of Pentacles in reverse is hopes, dreams, and fears. I like that because it's like someone doesn't think that they're going to be able to have enough. This is a lack mentality, not enough, not enough, not enough, but through gratitude and through going in this space of deeply dwelling. And I do feel like you guys are kind of mirroring each other because they're the Star in reverse, but I'm not feeling it the Star in reverse as much as I am. It's like an internal thing, just as you are Isa, more of an internal state of coming off to others, like this total Ice Queen, like no emotion, you're just kind of going through the phases. But it's because you started a new beginning, or something new in your life has just been really frustrating and it has not been giving to you passionately in the way that you desire. And with your energy being Seven of Swords in reverse and the Nine of Swords crossing you, like there's something here, Taurus, that you're just like, you're thinking about it night and day. Like you can't stop thinking about this thing. I'm gonna get some clarifiers here. Clarify this reading for Taurus. Clarify this reading for Taurus. So it's like some of you guys are just so in your head about something. With the Page of Swords, like you're in your head about something you saw. You're in your head about something that someone else has said. You're in your head about someone watching you. You're not feeling very trusting right now. It's a very cold energy, Taurus. Yeah, we have Five of Swords and Queen of Wands again. So some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries, or you could have fire. You know, Queen of Wands is just very passionate, and she is going to express very strongly. She's very charismatic. The Wheel. So this is all about karma. This is a karmic cycle. Now the Wheel of Fortune is a good fortune. We do have that with the Empress. So clarifying the reading here. There's something here, Taurus. Six of Swords in reverse, and I don't know if you guys saw, but that card actually spun. So in reverse, the Wheel. There's something here from the past. Like you wanted to start something new, but every time you start new beginnings, it doesn't work. And then you always get pulled back to the same place. And you're like frustrated because you're like, why am I always getting pulled back to the same person or the same place? It feels deceptive. But Seven of Swords in reverse, it's not deceptive. You're deceiving yourself by Nine of Swords by thinking about it too much. Now, Knight of Swords. In your subconscious, again, you're really thinking about communicating. With the Page of Swords, you might actually communicate, but it's being downrodden from like a knight to a page. So it's like you're coming at it from a more gentle or kind of passive, really not, more of a passive-aggressive approach. Now, Six of Swords in reverse, that's returning to something from the past. It's like, I'm going to move on, I'm going to leave. Taurus in a relationship, you could be threatening to leave, they could be threatening to leave. Four of Wands in reverse, absolutely. Someone could be threatening to leave here. There's some of my Tauruses threatening to end something and not understanding. You guys, life, I've been a wedding photographer for 12 years. Life is about a journey. We have the Empress, and it did come out sideways. So yeah, there's definitely, I mean, the Empress coming out here twice. That is your card. Also could be dealing with the Libra or Sag. I am really feeling here like there's just a huge karmic cycle. Like, you guys might actually want different things. Like, you are ready to take relationship to a new level, or this person is, and you guys are at a crossroads. Someone's at a crossroads here. This is a karmic cycle, though, coming to a close, coming to completion. Two of Pentacles in reverse. So someone is going to stop juggling. They're juggling between a situation. Maybe someone has been thinking about, what would it be like if I left this relationship? You know, what would it be like? What would life be like without this person, without this relationship? Someone is definitely thinking about their other options. Page of Swords. Someone is spying. Someone is definitely looking. Judgment. Judgment with 7 of Cups in reverse and 10 of Cups sideways. Someone is wanting full emotional fulfillment and they're not feeling, but someone's, again, 7 of Cups. This is kind of like the delusion card. But Judgment Day is coming with the Wheel here. Like, there is a big decision that is going to totally create a giant upheaval. Taurus, I'm really feeling that this has to do with a lot of like emotional maturity and immaturity, and having deep patience. And understanding that what triggers you in another person, like what bothers you in another person, is usually your own shit too. Aries had clearing as well. All right, Taurus, it is time for you to break out of all negativity and restraints that are about you at this time. You have been held back recently and you have gathered your strength and energy. Taurus, you have succeeded in overcoming adversity and you will no longer tolerate being held back. No, you won't. You won't. You're putting that to the wayside. Glorious wisdom is all yours, so burst out. The Empress with the Wheel with Judgment Day, it's saying like step out. The Empress is all of the queens owning all of the kingdom. It's not just the queen of passion, the queen of emotion, the queen of stability, the queen of communication. It's the Empress rules all. Like, she's higher than all the queens. She knows everything. So Taurus, this is about really tapping into that divine wisdom and bursting out. Maybe that's what the Queen of Wands is. It's telling you that you need to express more. You need to speak on this. You need to stop being passive aggressive or holding things in. You need to come out and melt the ice. Taurus, Queen of Wands, melt that ice. Melt that ice after you have this period. Do dive in. Do dive into the water, but after this period, you need to melt the ice for you to actually move forward with this. This is about your vibration being at a whole new peak. It is calling you to be free and full of fire. Queen of Wands, full of fire. Speak up and go against the flow, Taurus. Everything you create will be for the highest good. Trust this. Ask yourself questions as you burst forth and vow to use everything you've learned for the betterment of all. Use your newfound force and energy to direct change in the most benefic directions. All right, Taurus, I love that for you guys. I'm going to get a Kuan Yin for you guys because I'm feeling Kuan Yin energy. So this is all about really speaking up for what you want in life, being clear, the strength of you, yes. Are you doubting your ability to heal or recover, Taurus? There is nothing that has fundamentally damaged your spirit, your will, or your heart. No matter how broken those parts of you may feel at times, they have only ever been broken to heal you back stronger. They have not been broken beyond repair, and they never will be broken beyond repair, Taurus. So some of you guys are really hurting, and that's what has put you in this ice cage. And you're being called to just really open your heart and dive into these primal waters and look up to the sun there. She's looking up at the sun. Have trust, Taurus. Trust what you feel. The divine is communicating to you through all that is happening around you. Numbers that you see, synchronicities. Remember, no communication says everything, Taurus. So if someone's not communicating with you, that says a lot. If someone isn't speaking truthful to you or this or that, rather than trying to control them and get people to say or not say or validate or not validate, let people's actions or the lack thereof speak everything for you. And you're being told to just express full out at this time. Be passionate, be fiery, go against the grain, speak your truth, have a judgment day, let yourself go with your feelings, follow your heart at this time, not what makes sense, because you guys are all in your swords energy right now, but I do like that you're moving out of that. Now, what's going to pull you into that is the Two of Swords. So you're going to be pushed into an incubator. It's like you're going to be pressured in a pressure cooker. And all you have to do is express yourself and burst out from a passionate place of your heart and what you want, what you desire in relationship and connection. Taurus, there is divine guidance in all things if we know how to feel and look for the divine guidance. It is through the heart, it is not through logic. Do not silence your intuition with logic at this time, Taurus. Do not silence your intuition with logic. So you could be doing that, your partner could be doing that, and you're being told right now to just really feel all of this, get clear, get really clear, and release all negativity and be truthful with this. I mean, with the Page of Swords, again, like someone is definitely spying here, but with the 2 of coins in reverse, someone is going to be making a decision how the relationship, how something that has been stable, it was built on a cracked foundation or it just wasn't stable. 6 of Swords though, I don't feel like you're moving on. I feel like someone's threatening to move on, but they're not. 7 of Cups in reverse. You know, 7 of Cups upright can be more of the delusion. In reverse, it's like someone's waking up from the delusion. They're having a big judgment call, a big judgment day, and the Wheel of Fortune is here. Now, Wheel of Fortune is a good thing. So let yourself reap in all the seeds that you've sown previously from the past and understand that they will come in as you express yourself more as that Queen of Wands energy, Taurus. So I know that can be kind of uncomfortable for some Tauruses because you guys like stable, you guys like things that are steady, but you guys are the most, you know, you're very sensual. Taurus is all about all the senses, really honing into the senses. So get out of the mental place, get out of the logical place, Taurus, get out of like the earth pentacles and let yourself tap into the heart, tap into the cups, tap into the emotions and let yourself feel your way through this Mercury retrograde. Make sure that you're expressing, that you're being honest, that you're speaking up, that you're presenting yourself in a very fiery, passionate way. And Taurus, understand that what you put out, you will get back. So if you want things to show up differently, then you need to show up differently. And I'm seeing that it is possible. But right now, with all this Swords energy, you guys are really in a mental space. So this is all about breaking out of that mental space. You see this Empress card right here. She's charging forth with her wand. She is going forth into the light, and she is not letting anything stop her. So don't let anything stop you guys. I love you, and I'll see you shortly for your March readings.